Hey everyone, welcome back to our 10th installment of Unsolicited Bourbon Reviews, and today we will be reviewing Knob Creek Single Barrel Select, which is, as you can see, I have two bottles. It looks like the same exact product, but it's not. So based on the positive feedback to which I received on First Time Friday, I figured I'd engage my creative a little more, and we're going to start a new tradition, which is Which One Wednesday. And Which One Wednesday, we'll be reviewing, as you can see right here, two the same bourbon, but these are two separate barrel picks from two separate liquor stores or companies. So some other episodes will have a barrel pick versus the regular bottle that's sold. So again, we'll just continue to try to mix it up a bit and help break the monotony of 100 of these episodes. So we'll get started. So Knob Creek Single Barrel Select. It's a 9-year bourbon. Mash bill is 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley. Again, 9-year. MSRP is about I think $50. That's what I paid. So first on deck, this is the first bottle I got. I got actually from the same liquor store, but this is from this is Tennessee Selection. So this is Warehouse 1, floor 4, looks like rack 51. You can see right here the specs where it's at. This was bottled on August 16th, 2021. And again, that is Tennessee Selection. And then this is going to be the Pourvu, which is a liquor store I always go to, which is right on the street. This is going to be from Warehouse Z, floor 4, looks like rack 36. And this was bottled on June 10th, 2021. So again, these are both 120 proof bourbons. And as you can see, I really enjoyed the Tennessee Selection. So Tennessee Selection is the reason why my liquor store got it. This company bought a bunch of barrels. I picked the barrel and not being able to sell it. So the distributor basically bought up what they weren't able to sell. And the liquor store where I always go, i.e. Pourvu, right down the street from me, they were able to get a few of these. So again, I really liked, as you can see, really liked the first one. So I went and got a second one. I noticed there was two different barrel picks. So we'll go ahead and fill these up, talk about it, and we will discover which one I like best for Which One Wednesdays. So right here. So first one on deck is the Tennessee Selection right here. Pour it right here, give it a whiff. Again, this is 120 proof, so this would be pretty close to what one would call a barrel proof. But again, this is a single barrel select, so the proof is pretty high. So anything above 120, a lot of times is often called barrel proof due to the high proof of it. Smell, a lot of sweetness, caramel, vanilla, some fruit, a little bit of fruit notes. Again, not very complex on the nose, but again, you know, that 120 is pretty surprising for not being really harsh in the nostrils. And we'll go ahead and give it a try. Incredibly smooth for 120. Again, that isn't, again, is a nice long finish for 120. You definitely feel it once it gets, you actually swallow, and it's in your throat. You get that nice Kentucky hug. And again, very pleasant, very sweet. This is, in my opinion, this one, the Tennessee Select, a lot of vanilla, a lot of brown sugar, caramel. Very, very sweet. Again, I you know, this is definitely within the likes of my palate. Yeah, really easy to drink. You can definitely drink, you know, for it being 120, you can easily get a few glasses of this and not really know that, you know, you had half a bottle of bourbon. But go ahead and clean the palate. And on to our Porvu Single Barrel Select. The nose, very similar. It's a little bit more fruit, floral note. Okay. Continue to give this a whirl. Sweet caramel. Again, same thing with the 120. Very similar to the first one. Not a whole lot of heat on the nose. Be really helpful to put this in here. Let's give it our first sip. This one right here, the Porvu Single Barrel Select. For this, I did notice a difference. It's not as heavy on the vanilla. It's more like caramel, toffee. You definitely get a little bit of rye spice. It feels, when I sip it, doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't really have that viscous, oily taste as the first one. And again, when I say viscous and oily, it's not as a bad thing, but it doesn't feel as kind of a heavy bodied bourbon as the one I just previously tasted on the Tennessee Select. You do a nuanced vanilla is definitely there, caramel, brown sugar, but not as heavy on the vanilla as the Tennessee Select. I think it's definitely softer, more caramel tastes. Again, the finish is great for 120 proof. Again, both very good, very pleasant. Both easy drinking. It's not as, I don't think it's as sweet tasting as the Tennessee Select. So I think they're both excellent, both very good especially for 120 proof. And we'll go ahead and talk about which one Wednesday I like best. I'm gonna have to say the winner is gonna be the Tennessee selection. I think it's, again, very vanilla, very brown sugar, very, again, vanilla bomb on the palate. Again, not to say that I didn't like the Porvu. I think the Porvu selection is excellent. But again, this appeals more to my palate just based on tastes much sweeter, more of a candy, toffee, vanilla, as opposed to more of that caramel. It kind of tastes that more of that corn mash bill on the Porvu, and more of a toffee taste. But yeah, I think they're both really good. There's very subtle differences between the two, especially drinking one right after the other. But due to time constraints, we'll try to get it within a short amount of time for this review for our first Which One Wednesday. But like we do all the other bourbons, we will go ahead and rate this from the scale to 1 to 10. So a Knob Creek Single Barrel Select. This is a 9, I think. If you can get your hands on it. I've seen these floating around. I know Total Wine has got them. I know a bunch of liquor stores in my area here in the greater Nashville area have them. I would assume, as Knob Creek being a Jim Beam product, they are the Knob Creek Distillery in Claremont, Kentucky, but they are part of a Jim Beam line because it's owned by Jim Beam. But I would assume liquor stores nationally have a barrel pick for Knob Creek Single Barrel Select. Again, this is very good. The price point, $50, you can't beat it. But yeah, I think if you can get your hands on it, if you can see it, and I think I'd be really interested to see, people around the country, the liquor stores that barrel pick. I think it's rather interesting to see, again, the distinct differences between barrels that some of these places pick. But that'll do it for the day. Again, thanks for all the support from this group. I'll be looking forward to our next Which One Wednesday, and I think we have a really cool First Time Friday lined up, but more to follow on that. But again, we'll talk soon. Thanks a lot.